What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to Reality Pill. Today, we are going to be reacting to another Kevin Samuels video. Before we get into it, make sure you guys like and subscribe.
Hannah. Brianna, hold on. Brianna, what you got for me? Hi, how are you? What you got for me?
I was wondering, I've been listening to you and I understand everything that you say is really for our benefit to ultimately get into a relationship and maintain it. So I was wondering if you did manage to do that and you're in the danger zone and you do meet a man and you're with him and he's of high value or, good quality. um if there is, you get into a monogamous relationship and then there's cheating on his part, I mean, is there a situation to where like you're making a deal at that point, or do you just go ahead and
Well,
sever the situation?
well, okay. Fidelity is a big problem these days because of the sheer amount of access. So, just for how old are you?
40.
All right. So, if it's if he cheated on you, how'd you find out about it? It has to come down to the circumstance, because if it was, because one, men, for us, sex is sex. For you guys, sex means more than just sex. Um, I don't think you should just accept rampant infidelity if that wasn't if you guys were not in an open relationship. But I think you have to have the conversation. Did this happen?
Yes, it happened. And
How did you find out about it?
well, I was sitting next to him and he's always playing games on his phone. And it was actually, seen that he was actually doing it to like mass text messaging when
Uh
people were
huh.
coming in to kind of just intervene those. So he'll
Oh,
just,
okay. So
yeah.
when you say he cheated, what did he do?
So the woman told me that basically she had been, having sex with him on and off for the entire year. And we were together for 2 years. So she
How'd you
here
talk to
on,
her?
yeah, this was the woman that was texting. And
But I'm saying, how did you talk to her?
I used once I seen the phone that was somebody texting, then I called the number, responded
So
back.
so so you picked up his phone that you suspected him cheating on you with.
Now I was sitting right next to him, and the
But
text message came in.
but again, so I'm just following a trail of, so
Oh,
the text message came in. The phone was in whose possession?
it was in his hand at the time, and
And
I
you
said, "Who was?"
and
I
you
said,
took it from him.
"Yeah." I said, "Who was this?"
Hold
He said,
on.
"Well, that was a
Oh, listen.
yes." Mm-hmm.
Calm down. Don't get triggered.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not him. So how
I,
you took the phone from him and then you called the number?
mm-hmm.
Man, why didn't you have a conversation before you did all that?
Well, it happened fast. He was
No,
actually
no, no,
yeah,
it was wrong.
right.
See, this is where you ladies need to go ahead and admit ownership. That's wrong. You're 40 and you acted like a straight 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to give him a pass for doing it, but I'm saying, what was the first thing I said? You need to have the conversation first. But instead, what happened? You end up getting triggered, snatch the phone out of his hand, start screaming, hollering, and yelling, call this woman, blowing up the spot, talking to her. You lose any moral high ground in that, man.
Mm-hmm.
And then, how many times have you spoken to this woman?
Well, I just spoke to her that night. So that was pretty much it because at that point,
That's
it,
it. You spoke to her one time.
no, yeah, I spoke to her, um, that night, the next day, that was it. And then
No.
she said that that was our thing. We needed to handle that. She didn't want to be
Hold on. Exactly.
after
So
she, told
listen. You spoke to her before you spoke to him.
Well, actually, Kevin, I know what you're saying because you are right, but I did speak with him at the same time,
That
and
no,
his.
ma'am. That no, stop. No, exactly wrong.
Mhm.
See, this is what I mean.
You mean just to have a whole conversation with him without having involving the
Man, that's
girl?
okay. Yes, because one, you treated your man as like he's basically you took him from a man's position and put him in a boy's position.
Yeah, pretty much. Effectively. Now, of course, we're not saying what he did was right, but ultimately, the masculine vibe and energy she gives off, men aren't going. She wonders why she's in this situation. Listen, if you're masculine, a man may be with you and hit it, but at the end of the day, he knows there's something there he can't respect about you. As you can see, one of her first moves was, "Yo, give me the phone. Let me see who you the sisters down at the." Listen, you're not this man's mother, and you're damn sure not his father. But she's coming across like she's bigger, better than him, and she looks down over him like some little child. Before this man could get a word out, she's grabbing the phone, calling the person back, like, "Yo, who is this?" Men aren't going to respect that. And it's funny because if it played out like this in this situation, then you know there were plenty of other situations in which she led with masculinity. So yes, that can't be ignored.
You act like you're a mama, not a lover.
Mhm.
And I know women will probably say, "Well, he got you upset," but no, you're a grown 40-year-old woman, and you called another woman. So let me get this right. You suspected he was cheating. You took his phone, which is wrong. Then you did he unlock it for you, or was it all? No, no, whatever.
It was our everything was open. He didn't,
Ma'am, this
he
is
did. Yeah.
I don't even know why he would want to go back in this, man, because you even him cheating was being wrong. The way you handled it was wrong.
Hmm.
And then you called this woman and you talked to her then, and I didn't just have a 2-minute conversation. I don't believe you just talked to her one time. I believe you talked to her several times until she said, "Look, I ain't trying to hear all this. That's between you and your man." Yeah,
Hmm.
you all wrong in this one too, man.
Hmm.
Because at the end of the day, you've done more damage on the backside.
Hmm.
I mean, do you see that?
Yes, I do.
Was it worth it?
I mean, that's yeah. Ultimately, that's I just want. I know that you're not a psychologist or nothing, just to get a male perspective of what you thought, because I mean, in my younger
You're still
years,
with him, though, right?
no, I'm not.
Okay, how long ago was this?
This was 2 years ago.
No offense. And how old are you now?
40.
This happened 2 years ago.
Yes.
I gotta ask, man, why is this relevant today?
I always just wanted to know, just to get a perspective about it, and maybe because of the way I handled it.
Now, you knew
Um,
you were wrong. He was wrong, but you were wrong. And look, man, see, mm,
because ultimately, while I'm revisiting it, is because it could very well happen again.
no,
And like,
no, no, you could happen again. That's why you're revisiting it. You could happen again. I'm not taking away from you. You could happen again. See,
well, somebody could.
him being wrong, man, doesn't change the fact that you're wrong in what you did. You contacted this woman that he was that you suspected them cheating on you with, and you took her word. You took everything that she said as the truth. You don't know this woman. And
Right.
eventually,
The only
therapy,
thing is the
therapy,
only
man.
thing
No,
with that.
no, no, but the thing is, ma'am,
Mhm,
therapy. Because you guys
mhm.
were together how long?
2 years.
And how long were you together after this incident?
None.
You so you were with somebody for 2 years. You ended the relationship after this incident, and you're still living in it 2 years later. Doesn't sound like you want anything to me, ma'am. Quite honestly.
No, I haven't, and that's the thing. I know as far as moving forward.
The therapy, in order to move forward, therapy, you got to understand your part in this.
Hmm.
Did you ask him why he felt the need to step out on you?
Yeah.
What did he say?
He said things like, I was doing what I wanted to do. He felt like, just the blame game, basically. He
No.
felt,
What do you mean? Who was doing what they wanted to do? You?
yeah, he said that's why he basically did. He was like, he felt
He
like
said
I
that
was
you were
doing
doing what you wanted to do. That's
that.
why.
He
Were
feels like
you?
I was doing what
Were
I
you?
wanted to do.
Were you? Were
No,
you?
I mean, we had disagreements about different things, but I wasn't
So,
cheating on him.
okay,
So,
that's not. He didn't say you were cheating. He said you were doing what you wanted to do. Were
right.
you?
And in those terms, that's the
No,
way
no,
he.
no, no. What I need you to answer the question is: see, you're onto sex. So basically,
No,
you
I said,
invalidated this. Okay, what
oh,
you're
you
trying to
said,
paint the picture is that
mhm.
you were just innocent in this. And in this
No,
conversation, it seems like you're a hothead, man.
right.
Seems like you're a hothead, and I'm gonna just go ahead and read something into it. Sounds like you're kind of hard to be with too. And if you would, he said you were doing what you wanted to do, and you just said, "Well, no, that's not true." Well, he had 2 years into you. Look, when
Hmm.
infidelity happens, a heartbreak happens, it's hard to get over. But you ladies, I mean, what did you gain? You blew up a 2 year relationship, and you got nothing. And 2 years later, you're still stuck. Where's he at?
He's in a relationship.
Exactly.
Hmm.
Are you any happier today?
No, I mean the thing is that I'm
Would
just.
you like to be back with him?
I wouldn't necessarily say that I would like to be back with him. I just feel that through the time I've just been evaluating myself
Right,
and
right, right. Focusing on myself. Remember, guys?
no,
Yeah,
no,
you're
not
too damn old
focus,
for this.
no, not
You're too
focusing
damn
on
old.
myself.
Okay, ma'am, you would like to be back with him because you're still talking about him 2 years later when he's in a relationship.
The thing
Yes.
is that I don't know, just listening to you overall has made me just think about the put the whole experience to a microscope.
What would you do different today?
I probably would have handled the situation differently. That's
Exactly. Which is basically insinuating that you wish you would have went about it a different way because you still want to be with that man today. But even just something as simple as telling the God's honest truth, this woman can't do. She can't even tell you the truth. She come in here speaking about a man she was with 2 years ago. And then when Kevin is like, well, would you like to be with him today? She's like, no. But then when asked, what would you do differently? Well, I'd do something different because I would want to be with him. I'd go about it a little differently. Because if you were really honest and you really believed what you believed, then you would have stood your ground and said, I did exactly what I needed to do because that was required in that situation. I don't regret anything. But she can't even say that.
I mean, that as
Did
far
you
as
hit
that
him?
night, but it doesn't
Did
it
you hit
doesn't
him?
did I hit him?
Yes.
Yeah. I threw a phone at him. Yeah.
Okay. So you got violent.
Mhm.
Okay. All this abuse that y'all talk about, and this is what happens. Again, he was wrong. But you didn't even listen to why he said what he did.
At that time, he wasn't explaining. This is
Well, how do you
conversation.
expect him to? Okay, so due respect, ma'am. How do you
Mhm.
expect him to explain something when you act a zip damn fool?
I understand, but
Snatch your
before.
phone. Listen,
Mhm.
listen. You snatch a phone out of his hand, call up another woman, interrogate her, and get violent with him, and you expect him to be what?
I mean, all that in that instance, it's not what I expected as far as that. He was still apologetic and wanted to get over things and things like that after that situation. But I'm saying as far as just the overall of dealing with somebody that's doing something like that at my age.
The problem is, look, man. Problem. I'm gonna say it again. Uh, you don't seem to really find any fault in what you did.
I mean, I will agree that I, did overstep as far as
Okay,
being
but were
upset.
you? But for the 2 years when he said you were doing your own thing, see, a lot of you sisters don't account for the fact that you alienate your men. Did you make it? How if you were on your job, how come the spot was even available for him to cheat? Let's just go right there. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, how could he even get it up for somebody else?
Right. And the thing with that is that I was in school.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm gonna see. I didn't have
Exactly. You were
the
doing your own thing.
I
Exactly.
was.
No, listen.
Mhm.
Exactly. You prioritized. I was going to get to it eventually. You were doing your own thing. You were prioritizing other things over your relationship, and you,
No, no. I know what you're saying.
I,
No,
ma'am,
what you were
you
saying.
had a relationship. Why
I
was the
understand.
door even open?
No, no. I mean, this is a situation. Just let me give you a quick scenario. If you're working, you got a girlfriend, and you're working, you're doing your thing like you're doing now. I mean, just because you're doing your show, or you have to travel to New York or LA or what have you, that doesn't give her like, oh, you don't have time for me. That's your work.
No, no. See what I do though. See, I'm an adult. I communicate. And I
Yeah,
make sure. No, no, no. See, no. Since you're going to do that, see, I'm an adult. I
yeah.
communicate. I make sure I understand if I'm in a committed relationship. I understand that person's love language, and I make sure we're good.
And that's the
I
thing. He
listen,
was
listen.
good.
No, you weren't.
No, I'm
See,
saying he was
no,
good,
no, you weren't. He wasn't good.
but he
See,
was not telling me that he wasn't
well,
good. Telling me that
see,
he
stop,
was good.
stop. See, you're still triggered. What did I say? I
Yeah, he
said,
wasn't good. Right?
listen. This is on you. Your responsibility was to make sure your man was good with you. It's not for him to come tell you shit. See, that's what I said. I would make sure that if I'm in a committed relationship, I'm going to do my part. You were doing your thing. He told you why the vacancy was there. And you still, well, if you'd have told me, I'd have did something different. That ain't his responsibility. A lot of you women are physically there, but emotionally absent. Your body was there, but your spirit wasn't there. Your soul wasn't there. You weren't into this guy, and I mean, like he needed you to be.
I mean, the reality of it is, sometimes in life you can't be there for somebody all the time
Well,
like that.
then here you then buy a dog and don't get mad when somebody's sleeping in your bed when you come home, since you're gonna be right. See, this is again the need to be right.
I
The
understand what
need to
you're
be
saying.
right. The need to, you said 40 years old and you still, again, he ain't the one that's stuck. You are. He's on with a whole new relationship.
Yeah, because he was cheating in the first place, Kevin.
Well, but so that means you should have been easier to move on. See,
No, it was
no,
easy for him
no, I'm
to move
done,
on
lady.
because he
I'm
was
done.
cheating.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
I
I'm
don't,
trying to be, I'm trying to be
I
nice, man, but
don't
I'm not
want to
gonna argue
argue,
with you.
Kevin. I'm just saying.
Don't keep calling my name. I don't like it when you ladies do that. I know my name is Kevin.
I did call you Kevin,
I
right?
do not keep calling me Kevin. I know my damn name.
Oh, okay.
I know what that means when you do that. That's tacky. Ma'am, all I'm saying is this. The man told you. You were doing your own thing. And honestly, it doesn't sound to me as though that you're being honest with your part in this. It's he cheated on me. I said he was wrong for that. But again, if
So,
you were
so
doing what you were supposed to be doing as a committed girlfriend, the door shouldn't even been open.
wow,
Wow, nothing.
that's deep.
It's the truth.
I was just about to say that. It's called the truth. Talk about it's deep. Nah, it's the truth. And when you join up on this show, that's exactly what you're gonna go ahead and get. You're gonna get the truth.
But like so many black women, you rarely can see your fault. It's always a
So I
fault
can
of
see my
everyone
fault.
else.
I,
Then at
I
40
can
years old, at 38 years old, ma'am, you should be able to understand that if you were taking care of you guys were in a committed monogamous relationship, why was he feeling like you were doing your own thing? Because you were.
I mean, I was doing what I was supposed to be doing at that time.
And you got what you got. And so the answer is if you take this kind of mindset into another relationship, don't be surprised if another guy cheats on you. But you can go ahead and be right all you want to, or you can learn.
I mean, I'm trying to get the lesson out of it because
Okay, here's the lesson. Take
but
ownership. Here's the lesson. One,
mhm,
take ownership. He didn't. First off, when we don't like you,
mhm,
we'll bring the bitch around you.
mhm.
He tried to at least hide it from you. When we don't care, we don't give a shit whether you find out or not. And we damn
Right.
sure ain't trying to get back with you. He was wrong for cheating. And you were wrong for alienating him, alienation of affection of your relationship. He told you what was wrong. He tried to work it out with you. You didn't want to have nothing to do with it. That's why you sitting here stuck 2 years later because all the responsibility is that way. What does your therapist think?
Right. I need to have some.
Well, you went to college for what?
Yes.
For what?
Your one of your favorite professions.
Answer the question, 40-year-old lady. I don't know.
No, so nursing.
Physician, heal thyself.
Say again.
Old adage, physician, heal thyself. In other words, you need to heal yourself, spirit. You need some therapy, man.
For sure.
Because at 40 years old, it doesn't sound like you're any more equipped to be with somebody than you were 2 years or 3 years or 4 years ago, however long it was.
Mhm.
Like I said, he was wrong for cheating, but he wanted to get back with you and he tried to explain to you what happened. And you weren't hearing none of it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This
All
is
right.
true.
Yeah.
It took a while for me to stop
Yeah.
being so upset about the situation.
Well, you still, what state do you live in? State.
Ohio.
Yeah, it's gonna be real cold around there in a minute.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Well,
I get it. So I
all right
mean,
then.
thank you.
Bye bye.
Wow, what an episode. It's amazing. The way Kevin is able to hold up that mirror to them and have them see exactly what the issue is and where they need to take accountability and responsibility. What a great episode. I want everyone to please leave your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you will be alerted when we upload more videos just like this one. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.